Great, let's jump into the review for quiz number 6 in MIDI 1. Firewire. So the Firewire protocol, another name for that is IEEE 1394. Now, I am a Mac user and I still own a bunch of stuff that is Firewire enabled, but yeah, it's been a while since this book was written and since they stopped using Firewire. Most things are USB now, and I think that's going forward how it's going to be. All right, if you've got 2 MIDI I/O ports, that's going to give you 32 MIDI channels that you can use. Getting back to Macs, they use serial ports to transmit their MIDI information back and forth. I think we talked about earlier about the S in USB is serial, so those serial ports. Wave tables, they have kind of replaced FM synthesis. FM is frequency modulation. So yeah, I'm going to resist the temptation to wiggle my hands around and try and describe the difference between FM and AM and the different modulations. But currently, right, we're using wave tables more so than the frequency modulation. Yamaha was behind that FM synthesis in the first place. That DX7 that we talked about in lecture 1, I think, right? That was an FM synthesizer. Okay, transmitting your MIDI data over a network. You can use any of the above, all of the above, right? An application such as a VST, a LAN network, or an application to do that's installed on both computers should work just as well. SPDIF is another digital information transfer, and it uses the RCA connectors. So the same little connectors that you use to hook up record players, or there are a bunch of game consoles. Xbox, I think, might have used them. Anyway, once they're doing digital audio, that's SPDIF. Okay, ASIO or ASIO, I'm not sure, how do you guys say it? That was developed by Steinberg. It's a driver to optimize the performance of the audio hardware, right? So the audio in, the audio out. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. The other digital audio connections, I think the question lists a bunch of them. The only one that will not work is a eighth inch, and a quarter inch wouldn't either, but an 1/8 inch mini jack, because it only has the ground and the shield. The ground and the shield, yeah. It only has 2 points of connection rather than more than that. Okay. Lastly, it is false that if you have 8 ports, it cannot deliver 128 channels through the MIDI patch bay. Okay, very good. Hope that was helpful. And remember, like the kangaroo says, at these prices, I am not surprised.